What's good, beautiful people? This is Lee Tegani, better known as Zanah Afrikan. I am a musician, a gender bending musician. I used to identify as hip hop, but now I identify as gender fluid. So I think that must mean something cool. Yeah, I'm a musician, I'm a creative entrepreneur, and I'm a media activist as well. Today we are going to be dissecting Retreat. It dropped on the 16th of May 2025, which is today. You get that vibe? That right? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so what inspired the track was a bunch of different things, right? Okay, so the name itself, retreat, just means that it's when people just back down from war, right? Like when soldiers or whoever's participating in war decides to back down as a sign of surrender, right? So yeah, I made that song to just get the opposing energy basically to retreat, to back down, because they cannot deal with what's coming. Essentially, they cannot deal with who I am. You know. I was very angry when I wrote Retreat. Oh my fucking god. I was so angry when I wrote that song, and I just, like, if you don't do anything like with that kind of energy, then you take it out on someone else, or you just have a bad outlet for it. So, lucky for me, like, I've just always been able to, like, just, write. So I was like, okay, you know what? I am going to transmute all of this anger into, this song, and essentially tell whatever energy is just trying to, like, keep me low vibrational, to just retreat, because at the end of the day I am divine, I am all of the things, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Okay, so wait. Okay, well, my music is inspired primarily by Oshun, Lil Sims, um oh my god, Lauryn Hill, Erica Badu, Sampa the Great, So, like, the energy that they write from, I've always felt that they write from a sense of education, a sense of healing, a sense of, expression, and not necessarily a sense of condoning something else. And that's a mental state that I've always just, I don't know, resonated with, because I've always felt that I also need to write from a place of truth, even if it hurts, even if it's angry, even if it's beautiful, it still needs to be as truthful as possible. So, yeah. Yo, I can't tell because I remember I just did like the verses separate. They were like just two separate verses. Like, in fact, the second verse was from another song, and I just decided, okay, it's not even fitting. So I just decided to put it on Retreat. So, like, I can't really put a time lapse. Maybe we could say maybe recording. I recorded it in like 2-3 hours, but like the overall creation, like the becoming of that song, just took a whole lot. Cause, like, from the processing of the emotions to the writing to the organizing the verses to the final product, yeah, it could be days, it could be weeks. Okay, so I learned somewhere that music is also a spell, right? So I'm like, okay, if there's one fun fact that you need to know about the song, is that I wrote it as I was writing a spell, basically. Like, those who get it, get it. My girls get it. Yes, so I wrote it like I was writing a spell, right? So, yeah, this is me just banishing the negative energy using this song, and telling it, like, the wars are over, so retreat. And I hope that it'll do the same for you as you listen. I hope it'll also inspire you to retreat. Retreat, I mean, to tell the things to retreat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when the song, like, starts, basically it's just me saying retreat. Nothing much. Like, just retreat, 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 retreat. Like that repetition, like just telling it to say, yo, retreat, back down, right? So yeah, the verse, I mean, the chorus is just that, retreat, 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 retreat. And then the first verse is now like where I literally start to, like, tell the story. The first bar.
Since I was a youngin', I knew
felt it in my energy. Like the bars, like pretty much self-explanatory. Like since I was young, I knew that I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So since I was a youngin', I knew that I got it, felt it in my energy. You'd be crazy to think that I'm new to the zone. I've been rocking since Genesis. So that bar simply means that to think that I've been around like just 2 minutes is like an insult because I've been around. So it means double things. Like I've been around long enough in the game, and also like my soul's like been around. Like we've been around. Like through the rebirths and everything. I'm an old soul, guys. Like I'm young, but I'm old. Essentially, that's what the bar means. Applying the pressure to all of your favorite rappers in 17. Yeah. So that bar just means that I started like essentially like taking my rap seriously when I was 17. So I was a poet before, and prior to me being 17 and me deciding I'm gonna just add rhythm to this, I was just a poet. You see, so as soon as I started rapping, of course I was applying the pressure, and I was 17 at the time, still in high school. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. I'm actually thinking about the songs that I dropped, like the first songs that I dropped, and yeah, it wasn't looking good. But anyway, I was applying the pressure. And then, okay, applying the pressure to all of your favorite rappers in 17, yeah. I be nice, I be good, I rock till infinity. I think that's pretty much explanatory, right? Like I rock till infinity. And then that's when now this is where the real message begins. Like, now why would you play with my destiny? Why would you play with my destiny? Why would you lie on my name while I played in the water? I'm ripping the benefits. So for me, actually, that came from. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit spiritual here. Like we know that there are people like who like literally do some unthinkable shit to you, right? And like from a spiritual level, right? And of course they will think that you're not aware of those things, but I think one thing that us human beings are afraid, not necessarily afraid, but that are not aware of, is that each of us actually have individual gifts that protect us, that help us thrive, that help us deliver whatever it is that we came to deliver. Molefatse, you see. So now the minute you start wanting to disrupt someone else's peace by desiring what they want, and going as far as doing unspeakable things, of course, to attain that, then that brings a whole lot into question, and it's kind of wild to assume that just because you're doing that to someone doesn't mean that there won't be a breakthrough anyway. People pray, guys, people pasha. All of us here are working with really powerful, like we are powerful beings, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is it. Why would you play with my destiny? Why would you lie on my name? So also I was just referring to a situation that I went through at a particular time in my life, to say, okay, why are you doing all these things? Like I've experienced really weird people moving really funny towards me, and I never really confronted them, right? I can never just go to a person and say, yo, this is what you did to me, and I don't think I like that. I'll just remove myself from the chat, but best believe that energy will be transmuted into music or into, beautiful shit. So yeah, that's it. That's the chat. I know those two bars kind of like carry a whole lot, and I dragged it, but like, yeah, I had to take it there. Okay, and then the second line from that goes, why would you lie on my name while I played in the war? Now I'm reaping the benefits. And all of this life that you crave. While ditching your load, you can handle responsibly. So that also is pretty much self-explanatory. Like, oftentimes we find people wanting to maybe have something that they cannot necessarily maintain. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, you don't even know what keeps the grass green on someone else's side. You don't know the trials and tribulations a person has had to go through to attain what they had to attain, and then you come and decide you're going to be a thief of that energy, or you're going to be a thief of that essence, or whatever it is that the person has earned as a result of the shit that they went through. Kind of feels like, okay, the person that you're attacking has already done the inner work, but you haven't done the inner work. And the fact that you are moving off of siphoning other people's energy, or moving off of wanting to be the one, you know what I'm saying, instead of allowing people to just, instead of allowing everyone to shine as they are in their gifts, as who they are, is a bit problematic. You know, like the life that you're craving, you wouldn't be able to handle. So that's what it means. That's what it means. So if you want this light, go through the dirt. Go through the dirt. Until you haven't gone through the dirt, ain't nothing to talk about. Okay, so the second verse is like me being really more about me now, you know, like, self-affirming words, so like it goes, I'm in my zone, I'm about to take off to space, my stash in the carpet, I'm reaching new heights, I'm aiming for space, not thinking about falling. When it came to the business, I bled for a staring that nigga, I gave him no options. Cause how in the world all these niggas could possibly think they important? I'm in my zone, I'm about to take up the space, my stash in the cockpit. I'm reaching new heights, I'm aiming for space, not thinking about falling. When it came to the business, I bled for a stood in it, nigga, I gave him no options. Cause how in the world all these niggas could possibly think they important? Yes. Ooh, where was I? So that those bars, right, are basically me just, affirming myself, like amping myself up. I'm a Leo after all. I have to, like, for me to be able to feel myself, I literally have to be this person. Easy. Anyway, sorry. It's the sun. Can't help it. I'm joking. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I went a bit overboard. So, when it came to the business, I bled for a student nigga, I gave him no options. Cause I wonder what all these niggas could possibly think they're important. See, lately been chilling and grinding and praying, avoiding them problems. But if a nigga push me, we on it, nigga, we going to war then. We going to war then. This pen is for kings, man. Yeah, so like those bars basically mean that, I mean, if it's time for war, like I will fight. You know what I'm saying? I am always prepared to go to war. But at the same time, what I am focusing on right now at the present moment is me just grinding and praying and chilling, avoiding them problems. So away with the problems, basically. This pen is for kings, man. So I'm a poet. So we know that poets, in the traditional sense, like where people like bebenza like inkondlo for kings, right, and queens. So when I say this pen is for kings, man, I mean that this pen is what praises kings and queens. So meaning I shouldn't even be wasting my time here, because abracadabra, I rap what I, oh my god, abracadabra, I rap what I like to the under my spell, man. Yeah. If a nigga push me, we on it, nigga, we going to war then, yeah, we going to war then. This pen is for kings, man. Abracadabra, alright, yeah, rap what I like to the under my spell, man. Ugh. So you have made it to the end of the decipher. I hope now the song makes more sense to you. I hope that with it making sense, then it means that you will also, just use it, man, to repel, the negative energy, and just, it's for the girls, man. The girlies gotta feel themselves, man. The world is literally against women right now. Like, literally, we gotta feel ourselves. We gotta operate our own stuff. Yes, that's it. That's the chat. So yeah, retreat basically is that, like, retreat the negative stuff, repel the negative energy. Whatever's coming at you must retreat, because it ain't got no chance on you. This light's too bright. Know what I'm saying? That's how we move. You can find me on Instagram at Zanah Afrikan _ZA, on TikTok Zanah _Afrikan, on Facebook Zanah Afrikan. I'm not on Twitter because it's a bit toxic. I mean X, yes, I'm not on that. Yeah, man, stream my music. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Stream it, guys. Make me famous. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Retreat. I do not mess with your energy. I do not mess with your tendencies. Retreat.